My name's Sadie Shesson and I go to Citadel High School.
My name's Ayla Williams, grammar.
My name's Talia Metledge and I go to Citadel High School.
My name's Ava McNutt and I go to Halifax West.
My name is Pia Cuesta and I go to Sacred Heart School of Halifax.
My name is Gabriella Farron and I go to CPA.
My name is Maddie White and I go to grammar.
Blue.
Red.
I like the sugar-free pink one.
Yellow, but not like the low sugar kind, like the regular yellow.
Orange.
Red.
Blue.
Sadie Shesson. Gabriella Farron.
Pia Cuesta.
Sadie Chasson.
Probably somebody really tall. Like I think it would be cool to be just like tall for a day or something.
Probably like Maddie White.
Pia Cuesta.
Slick back with braid.
Slick backs.
A slick back with the braid.
Slick back. And so no flyaways.
This.
Anything with like braids.
A slick back.
Anything by Drake.
Anything by Drake.
For Free by DJ Khaled featuring Drake.
I like country music as my free game, so.
One Take Freestyle by 1900 Rugrat.
Anything by like Rihanna, I think.
Drake.
High Powered Customs, aka the people that made these sweaters, are the perfect example of why you don't support local because it feels good, but because they have amazing products, a story worth telling, and are central within our community. Help local. The team at High Powered Custom is central within our community and sees so much of their clothing on local sports teams and within local charities. Make sure to go give them a follow so that you see their story on August 3rd when that drops, and reach out if you ever need any kind of merch for your business or organization. And make sure you go support local today.
All right, welcome back. We're here at the Nest for the final game of the day of the Atlantic All-Star Weekend. Trevor Walter here on the call, joined with Ava Amac McNutt. How you feeling, Amac?
I'm feeling good. It's been a good day for us, 2-0, and I think there's just a lot of good talent here, so it's exciting to play, it's exciting to watch.
I couldn't agree more with you. I've been having a ball watching the Ag, taking in the action all day. What do you think? What are you thinking about this matchup here?
I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, lots of talent on both sides, so it'll be interesting to see the outcome.
I'm getting a lot of feedback. People are saying I stacked your guys' team.
I don't know. I found we just kind of like clicked and we moved the ball really well. We play well together, so.
I agree. It felt balanced out when we were doing it, so
yeah.
I agree with that assessment for sure. So we got Avery McFarland. We'll step around Euro. Avery McFarland again.
Both teams playing really fast in transition.
Yeah, that's our favorite, huh?
Yes, definitely.
Here comes Natalia Colley. Avery McFarland gobbles up the board. Peyton Phillips. Swung over to Victoria Mumford, MSVU recruit.
Nice shot.
Yeah, looked good, eh? Good ball. Is that 2 or 3 rebounds for Allie McLean already?
Yeah, looks like it. She's always on those boards.
Yeah, she does. She takes care of the glass for sure.
Nice pass, nice finish.
Yep, great screen and roll action. Sarah Reed now, matched up with Kelsey Matheson. Lovely take.
Nice
That's
take.
super smooth game there for Sarah Reed.
Finishes very well through contact.
I agree. See if she can make good on the N1.
3-point play.
There you go, just like that, cha-ching. Alan McLean here running the point. Swings it over to Natalia Colley. Colley lets one go. Sarah Reed with the D board.
That was another foul on Sophia Das, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, one thing I've noticed all day, what do you think, is that the refs are really treating this like a, given the amount of hard-working talent in the gym, I feel like they're actually treating these like true games, not necessarily
Yeah,
your typical
for
all-star
sure,
situation.
for sure.
Nice backdoor cut from Sadie Chason.
Nice board.
Peyton Phillips with the cleanup, and looks like the Fever are coming out hot.
Yep.
Wanting to stay alive in the tournament and have a shot. You know, you never know, but you guys are 2-0
Yeah,
with the
you never
Aces.
know.
But I think you're in good position to be in that final game tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's what we were hoping for.
So feels like whoever wins this game is looking for that crack, and then I guess we'll see what happens between the Sparks and Aces in the morning. Yeah, full-on platoon swaps for both teams. We have some new players this evening, too, that we didn't get to see this morning due to BNS duties and training and whatnot. But I see Alice McDonald for the Sparks. She's joined them, add some length. And then Jordan Parsons, as we speak, just wasting no time getting into the mix for the Fever.
Maddie White with the rebound.
Yeah, Maddie White, as I was saying her on the call earlier, showed lots of progression this past season.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Shout out to Carla Yepes and staff for really developing those players and getting the most out of them this year.
And that's Mariah Dix that just drew a foul for 2 shots.
Yep, that is correct. Make good on the first. Leaves one on the table.
One for 2 from the line.
Yeah, 1 for 2 for sure. So hey Mac, we talked about today. You liked your team. How do you feel individually? Happy with both of your games? You got player of the game in the first game.
Yeah, I was happy. I thought I was looking for my mid-range a lot, and just trying to find my teammates as well, and I had fun for sure.
Yeah, I'd definitely say you're mixed up. I love the aggression, looking to find your shot, and as always, making that right play and diming people up. So really showing versatility out there as a guard. And talking about the mid-range, is that something that you've been working on even more since the high school season's ended? Like
Yeah. It's been something I've been working on for a while. So
definitely. And the midi was super icy this season anyway, but like, you know, the time and the release, everything's looking a lot sharper. I
Thank
must
you.
say.
Thank you.
What else have you been? What are you up to right now in preparations to get you going for Saint FX this upcoming year?
I've been working a lot coming off ball screens and just like I've learned actually how to properly come off one, so just working on improving that. Also just trying to become stronger because from high school to AUS is definitely a big jump in like the physical aspect of the game. So trying to get as strong as possible.
No, that's good. That's great stuff. Great components to key in on for you. Calafiaron gets one up.
Nice cleanup. Maddie White with the and one.
Let's go. And one thing I found out Maddie in between both games today and just throughout the season, she always finds those hot spots.
Yeah,
She's always
for
in
sure.
the right spot
Yeah.
for the boards.
Yeah, for those putbacks.
A little bit of confusion whether it was 2 or 1 shots, but the ref's got it figured out. Lane violation. All right, 10-4. Fever up by 6. Here comes Lyric LePage, a former teammate of yours.
Yep. She's doing a great job running the point, just facilitating for her team. I found especially in the game this morning.
I agree.
Nice.
Look at that. As we speak, she dimes up Vic on the roll. So listen, you tell her that when you see her.
I will.
Great catch, great finish from Victoria. Fournier Smith. A lot of end ones early.
Yeah, I think 3 of them already at least.
Alice McDonald coming up at the board. Here comes Jada Awalt. Back to Alice. Short corner.
Nice
We're
push.
Great push. Victoria, coast to coast. It's knocked away by Yasmin from Yarmouth. And 4 fouls for the
Nice
for the
pull.
Sparks. Oh,
Mariah Dix with the 3. Great read. Hand down, man down.
that's right. Gotta let it go. 2 products of Sackville going head to head right now. Jada Awalt, Lyric LePage.
Oh, bank is
On
open.
a Saturday evening at that. Maddie White with the big shot. Starting to fill it up early.
Yep. Lots of defensive pressure from this white team.
Yes, for sure. I was talking about that earlier. I think in the earlier games, every team at least at one point played at 94 feet in the All-Star
yeah.
game. So I love seeing that.
Yeah.
You know, well, I think you know how
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
all too well.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, lots of point of attack defense for you over the
Yeah.
last 3 years.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Fever are now in bonus with the Sparks tallying up 5 fouls already.
Good on the first one. Two for 2 from the line for Victoria.
So going back to, you know, I'm going to keep hitting you with a few questions
Okay.
here. It's like a half interview, half broadcast partner, but, you know, I want to know what it's for you as a graduating.
Oh, wow. From deep.
Deep ball from Sammy Snow from the, was that volleyball attack line?
Looked like it.
All right, we got nice take. And one thing about Sophia Doss, she's never shying away from a tough matchup. Eh?
No, never.
No, so as I was saying to you, guys, coming to the end of your grade 12 year, you're getting ready to graduate. Gotta ask, what has been the most defining moment of your high school basketball career, and how has that shaped you as a player?
That's a good question. I would say like not one moment in particular, but we went 2 years getting a silver medal in provincials and won our third year. So I think that was just a pretty important moment for me, like winning it after we had come up short the last 2 years. Just showed like how much our hard work as a team really paid off.
I agree. No, it was an amazing campaign for sure over the
Yeah.
past 3 years
Yeah.
as a whole when you put it all together. But that's definitely a storybook ending.
For sure.
Getting that banner.
Allie McLean in transition.
And does she draw
Nice.
the foul? Yep, she does. Nice strong take from Allie. Of course, a former teammate of yours as well.
Yep. She's consistent with that free throw, that's for
does.
sure.
All those 3 in a row. No, she knocks them down, that's for sure. Was always happy seeing her get to the line
Yeah.
throughout the season.
Yeah. Both teams in a full court press too.
Yeah, and it's like after a long day, you love to
Yeah.
see it, Amo.
Yeah.
Just take from Victoria Mumford. Sadie Chiasson comes up with the offensive board. Great cut from Sarah Reed. And a nice move from Peyton Phillips.
Nice finish.
Another late ad of the day. We didn't see her in the earlier game, but adds a lot to this Fever team. A bit
Yeah,
more
for
size.
sure.
And she really plays with a lot of finesse too, doesn't she?
Yeah, I agree. Nice find.
pass.
And the finish from Sadie
Great run
Chason.
from Sadie Chason. She's really settling into this game
Yeah.
after the earlier game for sure. Looking great.
Sarah Reed running the point.
It's
She's
pretty,
interesting. She's probably one of the taller ones on the team.
she's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you know, Mac, I'm a large proponent of positionless basketball
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I like to see. I like to see that versatility. We don't want to put anybody in a box.
Right. Lots of good shot attempts for the dark team, but just can't get some of them to fall.
Yeah, just got to keep getting them up, and once the floodgates open,
Nice.
great take from Sophia Doss. Nice offhand too. I believe she put that up with her right hand. As a lefty, for those listening at home. Marin Klein. I've been impressed with Marin Klein too. Sometimes these the teams that we might not have saw throughout the year, being at the West, we don't get to see certain players on the day-to-day, but I'm very impressed with what I saw from her this morning.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she seems like a scrappy defender. You can't leave her open. She's going to hit an open shot.
Yep,
She
for
gets
sure.
after it
I've
out
seen
there.
her hit quite a few.
We got a timeout.
55 seconds left in the first. It's a pretty close game, 22-14. I
Right.
think it's gonna be down to the wire.
I think so, yeah.
Could be like this morning.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. The Sparks had a very exciting game earlier, which came down. A couple lead changes in the last minute.
Yeah.
Ended with Kelsey Matheson getting a go-ahead bucket with about,
Yeah.
15 seconds left on the clock, something like that?
Yeah, it was down to the wire for sure.
Got Marin Khan inbound and Natalia Colley.
She's definitely a super shifty guard.
Yes, yeah. It was like you matched up with her a few times this season, or actually the one time we played here
Yeah.
actually at the Nest.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I big fan of Natalia's game.
yeah. Very, very shifty. Just change of pace, change of direction. She's a hard one to guard.
Yeah, I can see that. Plays with a lot of poise.
Yeah.
Great circle cut from Soph, though. Yeah, like that's one thing I was saying earlier as well. I'm pleased with just yourself included, your team, just kind of without a whole lot of structure. We're still looking like
Yeah.
it looks like organized basketball. Out there,
Yeah,
right?
I found that as well. I mean, for it being our first time playing like as a collective, I thought it went really well. It looked pretty organized. I thought.
Yeah,
so.
no, I agree. I appreciate that as someone that's not only organizing the event, but also someone that gets to sit back and watch
Right,
and enjoy.
yeah.
it.
2 seconds left on the clock. See if they can get a good shot off here.
What are you doing if you inbound this? What are you looking to get?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a shot attempt. Oh, and Citadel there.
Yeah. I might try to do a little backdoor cut, lob it,
Yeah.
take a chance.
So, may as well, since we're here at a break, first quarter break. You know, we got a 8-point game, 22-14 for the Fever. You know, like you said, I anticipate this being a tight one as well. Just going to see who can generate the most runs at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
for sure.
Yeah, so tomorrow there's a lot going on. You know, there's 2 more games for you guaranteed, no matter how it goes. Two more games for the All-Star teams, and then there's the Rising Stars game, which I think
Yeah.
is going to be exciting.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
as somebody that is an All-Star, 2-time Metro Defensive Player of the Year, what's some advice, and just an incredible basketball player overall, and someone heading to the AUS, you know, lots of boxes checked there. What is some advice that you'd give to a young Rising Stars player?
I would say there's so much more to basketball than just your talent. So focusing on things like, you know, coachability, attitude, those things, like your effort, how hard you work, those things will get you farther than just talent alone. So I think just focusing on those things is so important if you want to play at the next level and just improve.
For sure. No, that's an incredible answer, and if anybody can speak to that, it's you. You know, as your coach, I can speak to your coachability and leadership, all those intangibles that you listed.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I like that answer. Jada Awalt for 3.
Nice
Looked
shot.
good. That looked good right off the release,
She has
didn't
a
it?
very nice release.
Yeah, she's a very natural baller,
Yeah.
Jada Awalt.
Yeah.
She can really score the ball. Lyric LePage surveying the court, finds Julia Sampson. Julia Sampson was the player of the game earlier
Fast break.
for her team.
Oh, just short.
Victoria Fournier-Smith, but grabs her own board, kicks it out to Lyric. Lyric decides to shoot it.
Nice
It's good
shot.
for 3.
She's been looking good this weekend, or at least today. Her shots have been on.
I
Definitely
agree.
super impressed with her.
You know, she's always going to get after on the
Yeah.
defensive end. comes Lyrical Page again, looking to set something up. See what happens here. Great take from Julia Sampson, off a bit. Alice McDonald draws a foul. It's a nice take.
So I believe she was actually at a Team Canada training camp.
Yes, she
Good
was.
for her.
She was. Yeah, no, that's a great of you to make note of that for sure. She was, and also playing for, going to be representing Team Nova Scotia at Canada Games.
I think quite a few of them here, as you mentioned, they weren't here this morning because of it.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Quite a few are going to be at Canada Games, which is going to be a great experience. Sad I missed out on the opportunity to make that team, but
Yeah, no. COVID kind of messed things up and
yeah,
shifted the years,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah, had it been in 2020 as originally planned, it would have landed right on your year.
Yeah.
But 3 trips to nationals isn't too shabby. And a silver medal to boot.
Yeah. Nice steal by Mariah.
Nice little spin.
Coast to coast.
Nice. Mariah Dix is looking to show out in this game.
Great defensive pressure by the white team. They got quite a few steals in this transition. Or sorry, in the full court,
Yeah, no.
leading to transition buckets.
Yes, 100%. Gabriella Ferron skips it to her Cheetah teammate, but comes up short from the corner.
Julia Sampson looking to push.
Nice pass
pass.
to Lyric. Lyric keeps it alive. Oh,
It's all over the place here. Jada
oh,
Awalt.
we got to get
Fast
back.
break.
What do you think I'm saying with to the Fever for not sprinting back on defense there after?
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think I'm responding to that?
Yeah. You wouldn't be very happy if it was us at the West.
No. Got to get back on D. You never know what's going to happen. Even
Never
if they're
know.
wide open, they
Yeah.
can miss the layup.
Right.
Full on hockey subs for both squads, and that's the way to do it in an event like this. Keep the legs fresh, especially where it's more of a tournament format. What do you think about that? The difference of playing. I know you've played in many All-Star games, right?
Yeah.
So, but multiple All-Star game experiences. But what's the difference between this tournament format that we've come up with?
I mean, I always love tournaments because if, there's a game you lose in the morning, it's great because you have a couple hours and then you can turn around and learn from your mistakes and fix them for the next game, and just so many opportunities for you to get better. And I think we also just have more time to connect as a team, like as the weekend goes on, and
For
with
sure.
just one single game, you don't really get the chance to do that. So definitely like the tournament style.
I agree. No, I appreciate the feedback. We gotta know, we
Yeah,
gotta know
yeah.
for future years if this is what we stick to. I think this is the formula for sure.
White team keeping up that defensive pressure.
Yes, they are. No, I love it. I love defense not being lost on us just because it's an all-star game. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Good idea.
Nice reject by Sophia. Draws a foul as well. She's definitely really good at getting the rim with both hands, actually.
She is. Yeah, she is. I agree. Yeah, no, Sophia's done well, working on enhancing, progressing her game and getting better. Had an incredible game this morning and earned a player of the game for her squad. Had a phenomenal second half. I think she scored something like 14 or
Oh, wow.
16 points in the second half, yeah. Against the Liberty. Got to see her and former Hallie Blaze teammate Maria go head-to-head.
Yeah.
And shout out to Maria, who was also player of the game of that
Yeah.
game. And one thing about Sophia, she's just her angles, her to the
Yeah.
hoop. It's always
Yeah. She always seems to find it.
She
The
does.
Perfect angle.
Just those sharp angles.
Very nice first step, too.
And many people say it's a game of runs, it's a game of this, it's a game of that, but you've heard me say before, it's a game of angles.
Yeah.
It's a game of angles as well.
Yeah, for sure.
The Fever looking to extend this lead before halftime. We have 4 minutes left in the first half, but not to tell you, Collie has anything to say about that. And since we're going to a timeout, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors, Hallie Blaze, Maritime Athletic Profiles, Full Court Press Media. Everybody go follow Full Court Press Media too as well if you haven't yet. Armbrae Academy, St. Mary's University, High Powered Customs, AUS TV, NDO, Jungle Gyms, and Boston Pizza. We ate at Boston Pizza a few times as a team, haven't we? Once or twice?
A few. It was quite a few.
How many bugs and cheeses did you order? over the course.
Too many.
Over the course of your high school career, that's another question. How many bugs and cheeses did AMAC order?
Quite a few. It was bugs and cheese or chicken fingers and fries.
True, and we took note of the fact. Your fun fact: cheese is your favorite food.
Yes.
With bugs on the side.
Yeah. No. A lot of people make fun of me for that, but I don't know.
For cheese being your favorite?
Yeah.
I mean.
I think cheese, it just adds to every food.
To me, unless you're like severely lactose intolerant, who really doesn't like cheese?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I guess vegans. To each his own.
Yeah.
To each their own. I'm a fan of cheese though as well. And I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but
Okay, but
it's up there.
we can agree it's good.
We can.
Okay.
It's a very complimentary food.
Yeah.
100%.
And by itself.
Yeah, it is. But I need some crackers or something.
That's
too.
fair. That's fair.
Sarah Reed's got it. Matched up with Sophia. Sophia Dawes looking to match up. She's sizing
Nice
her up.
contest by Sophia.
Ooh. Yeah, Sarah's looking real comfy out there, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Sophia was playing great D there, though, as well.
Yeah.
Just better offense.
Containing her really well.
Can't leave her.
Bank is open again for Bella Farron.
I'm a big fan of Gabriella Farron.
Yeah.
Farron.
Can't leave her open, that's for sure.
Yeah, the credit to her, it might not be the funnest thing to deal with, but when she matched up with the West, we had you guarding her. So compliment to her.
Yeah, and she's only grade 10, I believe.
Grade 10, yeah.
So
She plays with a lot of, she just has such an incredible feel for the game.
yeah, yeah,
Which is beyond her
Yeah.
years. It's, it comes as a surprise that she's in grade 10.
yeah.
I agree. You used to say the same thing about a certain crop of grade 10s. Here we go. Julia Sampson running the point. Natalia Colley.
Nice pressure.
Hands are always active, and she's got Allie running. Caught her in her blind spot. Draws a foul, though, as well. Great job, though, with Allie sprinting the floor. regardless of getting the touch. And here's Natalia for 2. Leaves one of them on the table, though.
One for 2 for Natalia Colley. Julia Sampson attacking, draws a foul.
Yeah, she got to the line an incredible amount against you guys earlier today. She really makes the refs blow their whistles.
She does for sure. She's been good at that for quite a while.
Yeah, no,
definitely when we played against the West. I think I might have fouled her a few times.
yeah. No, she knows how to draw a foul for sure. Just plays with a high level of physicality. She's got a lot of speed to her. She's a great athlete and plays a bit bigger than what she is as well. Good looking pull. That was a good looking ball. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, and we got an 11-point ball game.
She uses her size really well, very well.
No, she does. I was saying actually to Victoria earlier when she checked in and received her jersey, I said this feels like a big time full circle moment. I said it to JT as well on the call. I remember when you guys were all young grade 9s coming and we were doing our camps here.
I remember that.
Looking down, and I was on the call for those final games of the camp, and yeah, so it's just interesting to see you guys all as the seniors now.
Yeah.
And the seniors at the time would be now going into their 4th year of university next year, I believe.
Crazy. Time flies.
It does, yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. 12-point ball game. We got the Sparks coming in. What do they got on the blob? Great
Nice
cut
find.
from Natalia. Great pass from Soph.
Gives
A little
it back
give and
to
go.
her.
Oh. Mariah Dix with the spin to the left. It was a good idea for sure. And we got Mark Ford down there coaching up his troops. You know we're a big-time Mark Ford fan.
For sure.
At the West. And then another set of people we're a fan of. We're a fan of the NDO crew. They're very good to us this season. How many times did we get shots up on that shot machine?
Quite a few. Quite a few.
It came in handy, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, much respect to both coaching staffs. For
one thing that Mark Forward, I heard it from him first, so that we still use, like at the West, we used it with the provincial team. It was something that he taught us. It was look to your left, so just reminding us to like play for each other. So something that I always remembered. That, yeah.
No, he's a very wise man, very incredible coach. He's got lots of great things to say always, and I've learned a lot from him as well. Jordan Parsons from Parkview drawing a foul. Also another late ad for today. Interesting enough, Jordan Parsons has played 6 different sports throughout high school. And I think her volleyball being the go-to, where, as I understand, she's committed to play some volleyball as a Husky next year down at St. Mary's.
Awesome.
Yeah, so. But still showing the love for the game, showing up for the All-Star, Atlantic All-Star weekend, much deserved. She was a Western Region All-Star this year. Here comes another Western Region All-Star, right back at her, Yasmin, out of Yarmouth High.
You don't see a lot of players coming from Yarmouth, but She has some skill for sure.
I agree. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's nice having these events. We get to see another player, one of your teammates actually from the Western region, Tespes Hansen, who,
Yeah.
you know, we knew her. I knew her from playing BNS a couple of years ago, and she used to come to the camps as well. But just haven't seen a lot of her as of
Yeah.
late. But
And
extremely impressed with
she had a great day today for sure.
the two of you. Showed to be a pretty good a pretty scrappy backcourt.
Yeah. No, it's nice for the people from not Halifax to get to have some exposure because there's not a whole bunch of events like these where they get to come and showcase their skills. So it's great for them, great for all of us, really.
I agree, and to be honest, I'd say a big time up in competition level too. So
For sure.
being able, like you said, being able to showcase your skills against like-minded athletes, it's always fun. I can say that as someone who grew up in the Valley. I always enjoyed coming into the city, playing with my cousins.
Yeah.
From Preston and whatnot. It was a different ball game for sure. So that brings us to the close of our first half, and we are now going to find a few players to interview, but we will take a little break for now, and we'll be joining you back in what looks like 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
I'm here with
Jada.
So what are some keys to the games that you are noticing from your team that you might need to improve on?
I feel like we need to start moving the ball more, and especially boxing out. I feel like they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds and second chances, so I feel like we need to cut that out.
And what are some good things that you're seeing that your team is doing?
I think our offensive game is really good right now. I just think defensively we just need to stop the other players, especially in transition. But other than that, our offense is pretty good.
Have you noticed kind of a change in momentum from the start of the game to now, and what would that kind of momentum be changed?
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a bit of change in momentum. I feel like we just need to stay consistent with our passes, and we need to not force things. So I feel like at the end of the day, it's just taking our time.
Yeah, so what's the atmosphere like on the bench right now after just kind of coming together today as a team?
I feel like it's pretty good. Like everybody's positive. We're all high-fiving. Like there's nothing negative.
And if you could model your skills off of one NBA or WNBA player, who would it be?
Paige Beckers.
Perfect. Have a good one. So I'm here with
Mariah.
So far in this game, there's been a lot of changes in plays, a lot of changes in momentum. What do you think your team could do better at stopping the changes in momentum and keeping your team in the lead?
Yeah, I think we gotta put a lot of more pressure on the ball and in transition. I think we gotta start attacking the gaps more and just knowing when we have an advantage on offense and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. What are some key points that you think that your team is doing really good at, and some other ones that maybe you can improve on just a little bit to keep it going?
I think we're doing a lot better than last game at just scoring more and getting a lot of rebounds, and we're kind of just we're playing more like a team. And then I think something we need to improve on, it probably just finishing easy layups, and I think if we get more layups that we should be getting this, we'll go up in the score a lot.
Yeah. So from the first game that you guys played to now, how is the, I guess, friendship in the team, how has that changed since that first game today?
I think we just we kind of just learned how we all play, and just something that we need to we focus on the things that we need to work on a lot more, and yeah, I think we're a bit more gelled. But yeah.
So if you could be anyone in the NBA right now, who would it be?
Oh, probably be LeBron. He's the GOAT. Yeah.
Perfect. Have a good one.
Oh, thank you.
And we are back. 10-point lead for the Fever. And here comes Sarah Reed again. That was a good ball from Avery McFarland.
Good luck. Quite a few chances for this white team.
For sure. Yeah, no, this Fever team's talented.
Nice find by Sarah Reed.
I love the patience from Peyton.
Yeah.
She's really come a long way, Peyton Phillips.
Oh, for sure.
She was a great player last season in the grade 9 in the league, but really showing a lot more of a dynamic side to her game. I love it.
Avery McFarland with a nice
I didn't love it
finish.
so much playing against her.
True. Still got to give her the credit.
Gotta give credit where credit's due,
Yeah.
right? Sammy Snow, Aaron Klein, Victoria Mumford. She's a scrappy little guard too, heading to MSVU.
Oop.
Yeah, good to see everyone. Yeah, it's nice to see. No matter what color of the jersey, everybody extending the hand to help people out.
Yeah.
You've always been a hand extender. Right?
Yeah. Still a 12-point lead.
Yeah, definitely. The Sparks need to figure something out to
Yeah.
get on a little run, generate some momentum before things get out of hand, which is with the talent on the team is very well possible.
Oh, for sure. Still a lot of time left. A lot of time for them to go on a run, get that momentum going.
No, I agree. We've seen big lead changes over the years, haven't we?
For sure.
That's why you got to sprint back. That's what I say. That's why you sprint back. Those things can happen. Quick little timeout from Chaz Samuel. Not liking what he's seeing coming out of the half and wanting to make some adjustments and give his Sparks team a bit. Him and Jenna Bain want to turn things around over there. See if they can drum up some momentum. What would you be telling the troops if you were Chaz or Jenna right now?
I mean, I always say defense. Bring up the defensive intensity. I mean, we saw it in the first half that transitioned really well into their offense. So I think just bring up the defensive intensity. I know it's definitely difficult playing 2 games in one day to keep that pressure up, but yeah, it definitely just really adds to the energy, adds to the momentum.
I agree. I agree with that for sure. And everything always starts on the defensive end. It's a good way to get things going, no matter what the situation. But yes, it's also playing the last game of the day is never easy either.
No, not at all.
But credit to the Fever, they were the first game of the day and the last. So.
Yep.
Here comes Jada Awalt, Avery McFarland matched up. Sarah Reed, Garden. Oh, it looks like.
Ooh. Again, that nice release from Jada Awalt.
Coach Ford switched into a zone real quick just for that possession, or maybe maybe they were just hard switches, or maybe we were just seeing some jump switch stuff there.
Might have been something he drew up in that timeout.
Yeah, I think he might have thrown something out just to trip them up, like any good coach would do. But yeah, no, they're in 55, man to man. So yeah, we talked about what you've been working on as of late, but gotta ask you, Mac, what aspect of your game are you most focused on improving as you transition to the next year? And I guess you kind of answered that earlier. You talked about going over utilizing ball screens a bit better, but anything else that comes to mind about, and you talked about getting stronger, but any other aspect?
I think my offensive game sometimes it can be a little bit out of control, but kind of at the next level, it doesn't really fly. There's bigger defenders, so just working on different finishes, different reads, just trying to be more versatile.
And that's a great goal to have, but calling your offense out of control is not something that I would.
Sometimes.
I'd have to disagree with what I'm seeing, but based on what I saw today alone. And most recently at provincials, I gotta say, you are very in control.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, no, as we this time of year, we see a lot of spring and summer teams popping up and starting to go on trips and stuff as we done many times in the past. So I gotta ask, what's the most memorable moment from Halley Boys?
I would say there's quite a few, just not really one in general, but just getting that opportunity to, go to other provinces, even out of the country. Even we went to the States a few times, just to play against new competition. You know, I always love like playing against new people, new matchups all the time. So it was just a really great opportunity for us to, you know, in the off season, get those games in and just expand our game.
For sure. I remember our first campaign for Alley Blaze, the first fall we did it. There was a certain game. We might have lost by 50 points.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun in the moment, but I always say, like, and myself included from a coaching perspective, that I felt like there was a shift in our group after that.
For sure.
After that game. Would
For
you
sure.
agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
We learned with the talk of that entire weekend was throwing that first punch out the gate, yeah?
Yeah.
And we finally learned how to do it. It
Yeah.
worked out for us in the end.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it'll bring us back to the action on the floor. Mariah Dix inbound in the Lyric. LePage, they're former teammates as well. They used to play for the Norwood Knights, Community Y, I'm sure, at points. Bango. Mariah Dix. She's having a great scoring game.
Yeah, for sure.
What's that now? 8 or 10 points for her
Yeah, I think so.
on the night? Yeah, so no, this game is a we just forgot to get that ball on the ground before she kept those feet going. At that point, her instincts failed her, but I'd say great instinctual player is Lyric. You know,
for sure.
In most
Yeah.
situations.
Nice
Great take. Great take from Natalia. She's showing a great game too, making a case for herself to potentially be the Sparks player of the game.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You know, there's still lots of game left, but just she seems to be in a lot of plays. And here comes Allie McLean.
It's a good look.
Very good ball, yeah. I'm always confident when I see Allie taking that shot. Confident in it going in. Here's Julia Sampson drawing another foul.
First one's good. Two for two for Julia Sampson.
That's the thing. Not only does she get there, she makes good on them,
Yeah,
huh?
very consistent free throw shooter.
Ooh. I like that side-to-side cross from Gabriella. She's got a lot in the bag.
She does for sure.
She's
She's actually a shifty player too.
She is. And yeah, exactly. The change of pace and very deceptive.
Yeah, she's another one that's difficult to guard because, I mean, she shoots so well, but then you got to get out on her, and then she has that so many different attacks and that
look
drive
at
in
that.
her bag.
And I like the confidence that she just pulled that
Yeah.
long three from that NBA three.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
She will hit them for sure,
She
too.
will. She will if you leave her. No, I'm a tremendous fan of Bella. And she's a very stoic player, eh? Doesn't really seem to get too high or too low. She
yeah.
just,
Very composed.
yeah, super even keeled out there. A no call there.
Natalia Colley looking to attack Lyric.
Yeah, no. Here comes Mariah Dix.
Transition three. It's a nice pull.
Mariah is showing out in this game.
she's racking up the points.
She's accustomed to these these rims at the
That
nest,
is
isn't
true.
she? Yeah, she's had many shots at at these rims. Alice McDonald now heading to the stripe. Looking to make a couple of deposits from the line. And looking to narrow the gap of this lead, because right now Fever are slowly pulling away there, Mac.
They are. What is that? Quick mental math. 16?
Yeah, you got
16.
it. You got it. That
2
makes it
for
15.
2 from the line.
Uh-oh.
Nice kick from Victoria.
Nice little drop step.
Nice move.
She really knows how to use that body and make her get into the paint and get her earn trips to the line. You know what I mean? So having a couple players like that makes a difference. You know, in
For sure.
with Victoria Fournier Smith and Julia Sampson, feels like they've shot a lot of free throws today, and deservingly so.
Yeah.
You know, they're fighting through that contact and making it themselves tough to guard, and yeah, you kind of have no choice but to give them a hit, eh?
Yeah.
Off the screen, quick pull. Yep. I like
Nice
that.
connect.
You see not only a great sprint from Sadie Chiasson, sprinting in the break, sprinting her lane, but I like the facilitation from Sarah Reed there.
Yeah, she sees the floor very well.
She does. And Peyton will pull that.
Nice shot.
The tray off the big dime from Sarah Reed, 2 dimes in a row.
Yeah. Sophia with a nice finish. And a steal.
So I spoke to it earlier on in one of the earlier games, but there's lots of hardware going out at the end of the tournament tomorrow. We have MVP of the tournament, defensive player of the tournament, which you may love. Yeah, I hear you getting excited about that. And we also have the all-star first team, so a team of 5, right? So lots of opportunity to get out and earn.
Yeah. I think they will
Earn a
be hard
trophy.
to pick, so.
It's going to be extremely hard,
Yeah.
and this whole stat system that we have, the stats don't come out until later on, but it's good. We have enough to go off of with the eye test and the benefit of video.
Yeah.
Right? So, and also just, but yeah, no, like right now, I'd say, how do you feel? I think you're modest, but I can tell you, I feel like you're right now a candidate based off what I saw. You're in the race right now for MVP, and
Thank you.
looking at this game, I'd say Sarah Reed is as well. So we're seeing great stuff from Sophia. Just a few names, but few different names there. But we're gonna. There's 2 more games to be played tomorrow, so we're gonna see what tomorrow brings. But based off today, those are a few of my standouts from the day. What are you thinking from a competitive standpoint? You're the one out there playing with and against these players, so what are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, from our team, I thought Tess Bazanson showed out today, both games. And Julia Sampson was player of the game. I didn't for when we played their team.
She was filling it up.
Yeah, for sure. And then I didn't get to see a whole lot of the other game that was played this morning, the second game, but Sophia and Maria were player of the game, so I'm sure they can definitely be candidates for the MVP.
Chuck their name into the hat for sure, yeah. And also to mention, Jesse McCarron had a great game against you guys tonight. It wasn't. I know from regarding the team results and whatnot, it wasn't the closest game, but her play within that was definitely MVP worthy, I'd say.
For sure.
Nice follow. Yeah, Peyton Phillips is super busy out there right now. There's a lot of different. It's a real even balance attack from this Fever.
Yeah.
This Fever
they
squad.
They share the ball really well, too.
They do. And then actually tomorrow there's going to be a swap in coaches. We're going to see Carla Yepes stepping in to coach the Fever. And
okay.
Coach Ford's going to fade off into the sunset after tonight from All-Star Weekend, but we appreciate his contributions today for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been a long day for both coaches involved with the Hornets game, and with Coach Ford being the GM and Carla Yepes being the head coach of the
and
Hornets.
Then my coach as well, Sophia, was with the Hornets as well,
Yes.
so she was back and forth from gym to gym.
Yeah, no, it's been a great day for basketball in Nova Scotia and the Atlantic provinces, but specifically in the metro region.
For sure.
Jada Awalt makes good on the first. And leaves the second on the table. Here comes Sarah Reed pushing the break again. Finds Sadie for another dime.
They've connected well. They play well together.
They do. Yeah, we didn't need Cyril picking up Sarah Reed this year, though, that's for sure. Now, I'm loving it. Sarah, just might be looking to chasing that double-double right now. Bit
5
short.
seconds left in the third quarter and a 22-point lead. Really extended that in this third quarter.
They did.
Slowly chipping away.
All right, and we're going to our final quarter of the day. 66-44, as you said, 22-point lead. What do you think the Sparks have to do to turn this around?
I don't know. I mean, they need quick buckets if they want to close in that lead. So I would say transition, and of course, starts with the defense.
It does every time, and yeah, definitely just finding some comfortable offense. And like you said, get out, get some stops, get out and run. That can be a quick little 6 to 8 point swing.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be in a full court press.
I agree.
Nice connect, nice pass from Allie McLean and finish from Kelsey Matheson.
Great push from Lyric, LePage. I'm loving seeing her with the ball in her hands.
Yeah.
She's making good decisions out there. Nice, look at the ball move. There's Mariah Dix again.
Beautiful pass, beautiful finish.
Nice little salute and point to Victoria for connecting with her. No, just nice. It's interesting for me too, especially being a coach at the high school level, to see you guys all mixed up and playing with different people. It's a joy to watch, it really is. Everybody having fun and working hard.
Yeah, it's definitely different because, I mean, you're not used to playing with each other, but
Nice
you
little
know,
drop step.
we all know each other's game just from playing against each other.
That's
so.
true. No, that's a great point. Natalia Colley. And there's Kelsey cleaning that up. Again, shout out to Kelsey. She had an incredible, nice little over-the-shoulder hook shot to seal the deal in an exciting game earlier. You know, thought we were gonna have to go into a sudden death overtime.
It would have been exciting.
That would. Which is more than I can say for that time we got a tie game in Montreal.
Yeah.
They could have given us a sudden death opportunity.
For sure.
Ties don't belong in basketball.
No. Nice take.
Gabriella Fearon. I think I keep saying her name wrong. I apologize to her and family if so. Both teams need to regroup, and yeah. We got Mariah running the point. Mariah. Very nice pull from Allie.
Good D from Allie McLean. Very
Great
disciplined.
pass. Great catch. Love that one-hand snag from Kelsey. Kelsey has great hands for sure.
Nice two from Kelsey Matheson.
Cut it down to 18 points now. This is still attainable. That's really,
Yep, we've seen it happen before.
we have in good ways and in bad ways.
Yeah.
From both perspectives.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is where it happens. Another stop. A nice, it's all right, still their ball. This is how it happens. Yep, now we got Fever ball. Here comes Mariah, passes off to Julia Sampson. Julia Sampson passes to Victoria Fournier-Smith. And then the Fever come up with it. Mariah's layup rims out. Can't leave her on an island. Allie does well dealing with the trap. Stays composed. And that's the shot Allie wants. Comes up short. Nice.
Nice move.
Great. Well, I know you like that step.
I do like that one. Except when the refs call it a trap.
Yes,
ball.
yes.
You got to really make the 2-foot stop clear.
For sure. Yeah, can't drag that back foot. Yeah, so we got a timeout. Looks like Mark Ford wants to get the troops settled. Haven't given up a little run. That's the run we were talking about. They cut it down to 16. It was just a 22-point game, so looks like Mark Ford's looking to stop the bleeding and sustain this lead. Kind of wants to coast into a victory to end off the night, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But as he knows, and you know, 6 minutes and 40 seconds, that's way too much time to coast. Yeah, you got to, so they got to realize, I think he's getting the girls understanding this game is not done. We can't get too cute with it.
Yeah.
Still got to play and stick to what got them there. Stick to what got them the lead, right?
Yeah, for sure. But good for the Spark because it means a lot of time for them to cut down that lead and close the gap a little bit, make this a closer game.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. We got Coach Courtney down there doing a little bit of DJing, providing some sounds. We got a real DJ coming in tomorrow though. We'll be set up.
Perfect.
All of your favorite songs will be played, Ava.
I
What do
don't
you
know
think?
about that. I don't know about that.
Not a big hip hop fan. That's all right. We're still all friends here.
Yeah.
Victoria Mumford looking to set the table, and she decides to pull it. Sarah Reed with the O board and a nice take to the rim.
Lots of second
Floats
chances.
it up over Yasmin. And we talk about a step up in competition for Yasmin out of Yarmouth. She's out there matched up with Sarah Reed right now.
Yeah. Quite a few second chances on that in that possession for the white team. I think 4 O boards.
Yeah, it's a lot of opportunities for sure. And that's not what you want when you're trying to cut into
No, definitely not.
a deficit. Definitely need to secure and value every possession that you can get at
For
this
sure.
point.
I don't think they're giving up yet, though.
No, not yet.
Couple big shots, and
from
they're
what
right back in it.
I agree, and from what we saw earlier, this team has a lot of fight in them.
For sure.
Right. I believe I'd say every team does. It's you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said it's about being able to gel, and
Yeah.
that in itself is a skill, being able to kind of some people have to settle for different roles on the team and whatnot. But no, it's great to see. I'm really excited to see what tomorrow looks like.
Yeah.
with
me
all
too.
these teams.
Me too.
Hard to believe we're already halfway through the thing.
I know.
I feel like all of you as players, us as facilitators, the coaches, everybody's been chomping at the bit. Couldn't wait for this weekend to come.
Yeah. Nice finish.
Nice lefty reverse layup from Yasmin. Catching it and finishing on the move. She's not a bad defender either, Yasmin.
Oh, I agree. And I mean, she's matched up against a lot of good talent here, so
For sure.
she's doing well. She's holding her own for sure.
She is, yeah. Jade Awalt.
Very composed with the ball, I find.
She is. She can handle it, huh?
Mhm.
And she gets bumped. So she knocks these down. We've now got a 12-point game. They get up and get a quick steal. They can turn
Very
this into
possible.
a game, yeah. One for two. Yeah, Coach Samuel barking at the troops to get up and play some defense.
Yeah, definitely what they need in these last few minutes.
Avery McFarland, but it's tipped by, blocked out of bounds by, I believe, Jade Awalt.
Nice footwork, good patience.
Yeah, beautiful footwork.
They've
Yep.
kept this Fever team from scoring in the past couple of minutes. They've been at 70 for a little while
Bit
now.
of a scoring drought.
Yeah.
Has it been the entire quarter? Were they 70 points going into the fourth quarter? I believe they were.
Maybe, but lead is cut to 11 now. Maddie White with the jump shot.
Yeah, there you go. Peyton with the cleanup.
They're looking to push, get quick buckets.
Nice little floater from Jada Awalt. Pretty floater. Looking at this event, I think a conclusion that's fair to come to is CPA. The Cheetahs are going to be a real team, a team to contend with next season.
They will be 100%. I mean, they were last year. They did very well at provincials, and
For sure.
they don't have too many players graduating. A couple key players, but they still got quite a few that will make a big impact in the league, I think.
I agree with you. Oh, I like that step from Natalia. It gets blocked out of bounds. And how about that two-hand block a couple plays back? What did you think of that? You catch that from Sarah Reed? Big two-hand block.
I did see that.
Yeah. What did you think? As someone who loves block shots, what do you think of that block?
It was a good one for sure. I can appreciate a good block.
Here comes Avery McFarland. Hit finds Victoria Mumford. Good ball. Great box out from Bella. And we're now entering the last 3 minutes of the game. Also, something that's worth mentioning is the foul count. So Fever just 1 away from being in, putting the Sparks in the bonus, and that would help the Sparks. That's what they want. Yeah, so here we go. They're in bonus now, so this is what they want. They need to stay aggressive. If I'm Coach Samuel, I'm reminding them of the fact that now we're in bonus, 3 minutes left to play, and there's nothing better for us now than to stop being clocked and to be able to shoot two free throws, right?
For sure.
Get points at the stop clock. That's a great situation.
Yeah.
That's a great opportunity for a team that's trailing.
For sure. Allie McLean, 2 for 2. Just
Cuts
the
it to
person
9.
that you want at the line.
I agree. A little diamond press, or like what we used to call it, the West Haven.
Yeah.
Nice to see Allie at the top of that as well.
Nice
Oh.
hustle.
That multiple efforts on D, that's
Yeah.
what is needed right now. That multiple effort. They need possessions, right? Sparks need possessions. I say we, I'm talking from the Sparks perspective. And the Fever gotta. What do you if you're on the floor right now? Are you at a chance if you get to pull the group in for a huddle? What are you reminding the team of right now, Mac?
If I was the Fever,
If you're the Fever.
Taking our time and just like using up the clock. I mean, they have the lead right now, and still getting buckets. But I mean, there's no need to force up shots early. I would use the whole shot clock and try and get a bucket towards the end of it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's great coaching insight. Ooh, we have got a game on our hands. A 6-point. Did we kind of talk this into existence
we did.
or
We
what?
spoke it into existence for sure.
No, we're.
And there we go. Another possession for the Sparks. Lead is cut down to 6 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, even though that you're in the lead, sometimes this can bring about a lot of stress being in a situation like this. And here's Kelsey. Kelsey looks unhappy with the call from Paul. Paul DeBailey and yeah, there we go. And Jen, 2 seasoned refs for sure. It's great to have them at the event. Yeah, so looks like a timeout was called. We're gonna figure out this last minute and 44 seconds, not only of the game but of the day. So I spoke to the coaching insight that you gave and advice that you would have. Like looking at this event, I can definitely say as an organizer, this is something that we hope to continue and build for years to come. And having so many wonderful athletes, as you saw, wonderful coaching this weekend. Definitely it's going to be great to see players that have participated in this event someday want to come back and coach at the event.
For sure.
So if you were to be asked to coach and hypothetically we just keep the same teams, keep the same team names, same logos and whatnot, which organization do you think you'd like to find yourself with, a part of?
I mean, I'd stay loyal to my Aces team. I like them in the WNBA, so.
Yes, Asia Wilson's one of your favorite players.
Yeah,
yes.
her, Kelsey Plum. Who I don't think she's with them anymore.
She's the Sparks now.
Yeah,
she's a Spark. Yeah, she'll be suiting up in LA, but yeah, no, definitely had many great years with the Aces.
Yeah. Sparks definitely need a stop here.
And they got what they wanted, and there's Allie leaking out. Great pass, and
I didn't see a lot of contact on that one from up here, but you get a different angle, so Kelsey Matheson to the line.
Yeah. No, that's the name of the game. We have a great eagle eye view from up here for sure. Gotta hit him. No, I love that leak out from Allie there. Made that play possible.
Goes 1 for 2. Lead is cut to 5.
5-point game. And
great pressure.
And here comes Victoria. Things are getting a little chippy down there. We're hearing a lot of chatter. You know, I like that stuff. I like that stuff. I think Victoria just yelled out a big N1. I like that.
Definitely a big bucket for the Fever. They needed something.
They needed that, exactly. That could be a shift in momentum, but still, a lot can happen in a minute and 17 seconds.
3-point play for Victoria. Sparks team looking to play quick, which is what they need.
And here comes Vic playing aggressive, looking to get to the net. Nice take. Here's Allie leaking out again, and she's pulling that. That's a smart pull. They needed it. Fever gonna look to treat this as a time and score situation. Two more fouls to give for the Sparks before the Fever, end up in bonus. Nice footwork from Lyrical Page. Leaves one on the table. Looking to make good on the second. Both of them rim out, but Sarah Reed comes up with the O board. Oh, and there's her foot touched the line.
21 seconds left in an 8-point lead. Fever did a good job of staying composed under the pressure. They let their lead slip a little bit, but they did well at, getting buckets when they needed them.
I agree. A great game. It's something entertaining for the fans at home, for the crowd. It's been a wonderful crowd at the Nest today. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody at home for tuning in to the broadcast. It's been a wonderful day. I believe we're going to go switch over to our sideline reporter and get some last minute interviews. But I want to thank you for taking the time after a long day of playing and being in the gym, sticking around to help me out here on the broadcast.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. You made it better. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So best of luck to you tomorrow and beyond, and everything that you do and continue as you continue to grow as a player. I, for one, can say I'm going to be paying close attention next season and watching a lot of St. FX games, if not all.
Thank you.
All right?
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, AMAC.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. White one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes it easier for my questions. We are here with the last game's player of the games tonight. They are
Miss Halia Colley.
Sarah Reed.
So, came out, won the game. How was the atmosphere on the bench tonight?
I think it was really good. We really picked up from our mistakes in our earlier loss, and I think we fixed those, and we were rolling.
What are some strengths and weaknesses that you found that your team had this game?
I think strengths, we were pushing the ball well, and we were driving, trying to go into contact, and yeah, I think the shooting could have been a little better tonight, for sure.
Yeah. What do you think your team could have improved on tonight?
I think sometimes we missed a couple help rotations, which really caused them to get back in the game. So I think if we tightened that up, it would have been bigger. We would have had a bigger lead.
Going into tomorrow, how are the nerves settled just about the All-Star week? Are we feeling just a bit more calm?
100%, yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, I feel like just like getting to know my teammates, how they play is like, it's coming because now I know for tomorrow.
Perfect. And if you could be any WNBA or NBA player right now, who would you be?
I guess Paige Beckers.
Oh my god, I was gonna say that too.
Like,
Bro, just off the
she's
natty,
new.
number one pick. You gotta go with her.
Of course.
Great. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your night.
For sure. You too. Thank you.
You guys can just head right on over there and do the autograph.
High-powered customs, aka the people that made these sweaters, are the perfect example of why you don't support local because it feels good, but because they have amazing products, a story worth telling, and are central within our community. Help local. The team at High Powered Custom is central within our community and sees so much of their clothing on local sports teams and within local charities. Make sure to go give them a follow so that you see their story on August 3rd when that drops, and reach out if you ever need any kind of merch for your business or organization. And make sure you go support local today.